Six-time All-Star Mike Trout back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I am hanging in there. What did you do to stay fresh while you were on the disabled list, Mike?
I go to the field every day. Get my work in. Get a workout in, and then I still throw, run, and do as much as I can to just stay in that baseball shape.
And in terms of your thumb injury, how did that affect your video game playing, Mike? Did you have to put that one on hold? How did that work?
It actually was good therapy. It's to move that thumb around to get that that motion back, and it's just being out of the game for a month and a half. You can't simulate a full baseball game unless you're really actually playing.
Mm-hmm. So it's sort of like B-button therapy. Is that what you're saying? Or is that
it's like if you play PlayStation, it's good like when you're moving around like the joystick.
Mike Trout joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. So as we are in the midst of this season right now with Houston so far in front, but your team is in the mix in the wild card race, what is Mike Scioscia saying to you that I'm sure you may have heard before in the past? What is he saying to the team right now?
Yeah, we just gotta keep pushing. Take it one game at a time. We can't look ahead of ourselves. We can't look at the standings or even the wild card. We gotta. We know obviously Houston's far in front, but that wild card's right there in reach. We just gotta play our game, not try to do too much, and just go out there and try to get a win.
So what does Scioscia do that he seems to bring out the best in a team that may not have a big name in terms of bold-faced name talent that folks across the country know, quite like your name, Mike?
He can change the game a lot. It's either hitting and running, late in the game just to move guys around, just doing the little things, getting the guy over on a bunt, whatever he thinks that we need to do, he does. It's been great.
Growing up there in New Jersey, who was the guy that when you were growing up you were idolizing, that you wanted to be like Mike?
Derek Jeter.
Jeter fan. Did you ever tell him that?
What's that?
Did you ever tell him that?
I didn't tell him personally, but I'm pretty sure he knew, with all the media around. I say it a lot. So
he knew that you were somebody. So what about Jeter as a kid there in New Jersey that attracted you to try to be like him?
Yeah, no, just the way he carried himself on the field. I was a shortstop when I was a kid. I just loved. I was obviously a Phillies fan, but the Yankees just the way he carried himself and all the championships he's won. He's a leader on the field.
So Phillies fan because you're in southern New Jersey. Is that why?
Yeah,
basically?
We're about 20 minutes from the Philly, so it's a real big Philly sports fan.
No, I know that. I know you're an Eagles fan. So what do you think of Carson Wentz year 2 coming up?
I love him. He's a good dude. Plays the game hard. He studies. He works hard in the off season, and he's working hard to get better each and every day. Obviously, I talk to him here and there, but I'm really excited about the season.
What do you talk to him about?
Just small stuff, hunting. He likes to hunt, so I talk to him. Shoot him a text about hunting. But when he's locked into camp, I try to stay away for a little bit.
Okay, so you're going to let him be, but when it all comes down to it, do you hit him up before a big game like against the Cowboys, the Giants, or something like that?
I don't know. I might shoot him a text. Not too much though.
Okay.
But when definitely when during the week we spend some time do some hunting. So
okay. So should I take that to mean that Mike Trout, you do not have Carson Wentz on your fantasy football team to try and influence anything like that?
For sure. I'll definitely get a draft for sure.
Okay. When does that take place? When does your fantasy football draft take place this year, Mike? Do you know that yet?
I think we haven't set a date yet, but it's coming up. It's pretty it's a pretty fun time. Probably early September.
Okay.
First week in September.
Who's in this league? Just folks on the team?
Yeah. There's probably about 10 people on the team. So.
Okay. What's your team name? Do you have something all picked out? Can we help you on that front, Mike?
You guys can help me for sure. I don't have one this year. I don't even remember what mine was last year.
You don't remember what your team name was last year?
No, I wasn't really that good. But I definitely followed, I was having tough weeks. Put it that way. I would score, 130 and my opponent would score 140.
So you are fallible when it all comes down to it, Mike. You are just like all of us. You have.
Yeah, no. I obviously want to be, you want to be number one,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't control it. You know, people get banged up, and people have big years. You got to take chances on people. That's why it's fun.
Okay, so if you've got the number one overall pick, who do you take? Who would you take this year?
I'm taking Antonio Brown for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the Angels have a PPR league where you get points
for PPR? So it's always points for a second.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So we got to take Antonio. Got to take the big receivers. Have to.
Okay.
They go quick, and then you take a chance on running backs. So
like Zeke Elliott, somebody like.
I wouldn't draft Zeke.
Why is that?
Can't have any Cowboys on the team. You can't have any Cowboys on the team. I cannot root. I won't be able to root for him. So I just won't draft him.
You can't mix your fantasy and your real rooting interests.
Nope.
Interesting. Mike Trout here on the Rich Eisen Show. Couple more minutes there from Cleveland, Ohio. Who's the toughest pitcher you've ever had to face? Mike.
Toughest pitcher I've ever had to face. I haven't faced him in a while. But when he moved to the National League, I was pretty happy. But probably Scherzer. Scherzer's nasty.
Why is that?
He's got all kind of pitches going every which way, and he throws 100, so it's tough to pick up.
Mm-hmm. And if you had your druthers, if you could wave a wand, Mike Trout, and change a rule in Major League Baseball, what would that rule be?
I don't know if it would be a rule, but find a way to shorten the games a little bit. We played a game on Sunday that was 2 hours and 13 minutes, which was unbelievable. It was pretty fast. And then we played, obviously last night it was, 4.5 hours. So any way you could just shorten the game.
Well, why was it 2:13? Was it the pitching? Is that what it was?
Yeah, just throwing strikes and quick outs. I honestly I don't know, what top of my head what it could be, but like last night we went 11 innings and it was 4.5 hours. So I don't know what it could be.
Would you be up for a pitch clock? I mean, is that something you'd be up for?
Obviously, as a player, as a position player, I wouldn't be against it. But you got guys in here on your team that are pitchers, and they would be against it. So it'd be kind of back and forth to that.
Well, what about making a rule that you can't step out? Period. That you're in the batter's box. That's it. You can't step out. What about that idea?
They've been doing a thing with the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't get out. Can't get out fully, but it's hitting's hard. So it's you want to be able to get up there and be yourself. You don't want to have to be a strict rule of you got to stay in the box. You have to you got to worry about getting a hit. It's pretty hard to hit. So
a couple more minutes with Mike Trout here on the Rich Eisen Show. Do you feel an extra responsibility because you're a face of this game, because you've got people, children of all ages, trying to get a piece of you before you go to the game, and then obviously with the sport battling with other sports for popularity, that the fun aspect of it needs to be brought to the fore. Do you feel any extra responsibility on that front, Mike?
I go out there and I try to do whatever I can to get the fans more involved. When I get a chance, if I see somebody, outside of the ballpark, I try to, say hi to them, and if they come up to me and get a picture or whatever, I want to go out there and be the best person I can be, and the best role model for kids, and for all ages. It's I want to. Your ultimate goal is to, you want fans to come to the field to watch you play, and with all the other sports out there that are doing great, you want to have the same publicity as them as well.
Okay. Last one for you. Are you a Game of Thrones guy, Mike?
I am not a Game of Thrones guy.
My goodness.
Garrett Richards is, and he's trying to get me to get into it, but I don't know if I can.
So what's your TV show?
TV show. I don't really watch that many TV shows. So. You
don't? You're not.
No. I watch my last TV show was Prison Break. So.
Well, I mean that's back. I mean they brought it back. They brought it back.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. I like it.
Okay, what's the last movie you saw then?
Last movie I saw was, I think it's called The House. The new one's in theater with
with Will Ferrell. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, we got to bring you up to speed on I mean, that's interesting. Normally, baseball players, you got a lot of time to be in hotel rooms or flying around. I mean, what do you occupy your time with, Mike?
Like, when I have a chance to go, lunch and go out, I don't really, do much TV. We got a computer. We go on a computer. That's where I'm on the computer.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Every once in a while, I try to get into a, TV show, but if it doesn't, appeal me for 2 episodes, I'm not watching it. So
okay. Well,
look, get locked in.
Game of Thrones. I thought you'd be in that direction, but I would highly recommend it, Mike. Certainly get into it before I'm
going to try to get into it
before it gets spoiled for you. And then we've got to put our minds together here on the show for your fantasy team name. I mean,
let me know team name.
Should it play off your last name? Because obviously Trout is something you could have.
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
What do you think, Brockman? I mean, do we got something over there?
We might have to open the phone lines and let the fans kind of
we do that.
Help out here.
Is that all right, Mike? If we let our
perfect.
We're on an Angels radio out in Anaheim in Southern California. We're kind of like brothers on that front. And then we can help.
For sure. You give me some choices, and I'll pick the best one, I think.
Let's do it.
For sure.
Let's do it, Mike. All right. Good luck tonight and beyond. We'll chat with you down the line.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
That's Mike Trout.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to